ADHD is a composite of 6 clusters of brain functions, what we call the executive functions, the management system of the brain, that impact thinking and learning. Some people have all 6 and quite a bit of trouble with each one of them. Some have trouble with just 2 or 3 of them. But the fact is they get in the way and they make it difficult for people to deal with other people and to deal with their jobs, things they want to do and need to do. One has to do with getting organized and getting started, prioritizing, being able to get to the doing of what needs to be done. The second one is focus. As we focus when we're trying to drive a car and have to attend to a whole variety of things, but don't get stuck just on one piece of it, try and keep the overall picture in mind and then take into account things that come up. The third has to do with maintaining alertness, being able to get to sleep without excessive delay, and then being able to sustain alertness over the course of the day and sustain the effort that you need to do what needs to be done. Fourth has to do with managing frustration and being able to modulate emotions. And it's not that everybody with ADD has trouble with modulating all emotions. Different people have more difficulty with getting frustrated easily. Other people have difficulties with worrying too much. Other people have difficulties with being able to keep their temper under control. But different issues in frustration and modulating emotions are important for many people, even though it may be different parts of it. The fifth part of this has to do with short-term working memory. It's the kind of thing that's a problem when you go in the other room to get something and you're standing there scratching your head wondering what the hell you came in there for. It's not remembering things from a long time ago. Some people with ADD have very good memory for a long time ago. They can tell you every detail of a movie they saw 10 years ago. However, they have difficulty remembering what it was that somebody just said to them, or what it is that they came into the room to do. The other piece of this has to do with managing action. And it goes way beyond the old idea that ADHD is hyperactivity. Many people with ADD are not the least bit hyperactivity. But the fact is that managing action, for some it's a matter of talking too much, too often, too long. For other people, the action is not anything that has to do with their conversation. It has to do with they're constantly sort of shifting around in their chair, bouncing their knee up and down in ways that get distracting to other people. For others, it's that they find themselves putting things off and sort of losing track of what they'd intended to do for the day. And it's not that everybody with ADD has the same amount of difficulty with every one of these things. But the fact is, among these things, you'll find difficulties that many people with ADD struggle with. And then finally, the sixth cluster has to do with action. So these 6 clusters I mentioned are different aspects of ADHD. Some people have more difficulty with one than with another. And for some people, they have very little difficulty with one or another of these. But for most people with ADD, if you talk with them, and they'll tell you about the fact that they have some difficulty with each one of these things, different levels of intensity. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, we have a lot more content like this on our channel, so make sure to subscribe. By doing so, you can help to further Understood's mission, which is to make sure that the 70 million people with learning and thinking differences like ADHD and dyslexia can thrive.